Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Welcome back to your online English class of the Bay International Public School and College, Mansehra. This is your teacher Saida Kainat Fatna. Dear students, today you are going to start second term of your course. So before starting your new chapter, I would like to ask some questions from you all. The first question, that what are the things that you should keep in your mind before buying shoes? What kind of shoes do you like and where do you buy your shoes from? Well, most of the student might be thinking that why teacher is asking these kinds of questions. Let me tell you that all these questions are related to our topic which we are going to read today. So today we are going to start a chapter that is unit number 9. The name of the chapter is The Fantastic Shoemaker. This is the story about an old shoemaker. His name is Zareen Gul. So the story began in the holy month of Ramzan. Actually, writer is telling to all his readers that he first met with Zareen Gul in the holy month of Ramzan when his father took him to his shop for ordering a pair of new shoes for the Eid. His shop was in a small but busy street of Kistahwani Bazaar. A monstrous-sized black Peshawari chappal overhung on the faint-colored wooden door of his shop. The inside of his shop was as sacred holy place because and there were some old wooden stools. There were some old wooden stools in the window. Some pair of the shoes were visible. There was a big smooth square shaped stone. There were a heavy wooden mallet and all, and three-ledged anvil can be observed in the right side of his shop. The rest of the shop was as quiet as barren, like a desert, because he made only those shoes which were visible to him. And according to the writer, at the far end of his wall, there was a small signboard that was showing the name of Zareen Gul and his brother. So the story began with the description of Zareen Gul and his shop. So after description, writer tell his readers that the shoe that Zareen Gul made that never failed to fit in the feet, and they lasted extraordinary than usual, because he made such shoes that lasted extraordinary than usual. His shoes were mysterious and wonderful, according to writer. Then the writer tells us that after his first meeting, he went abroad to pursue his higher studies. And he could not have the opportunity to meet Zareen Gul a very long time, for several years. After several years, he returned to Peshawar. And the first shop which he went to was his old friend Zareen Gul's. He left, according to writer, he left a man of 50. When he was going abroad, Zareen Gul was of the age of 50. But when he come back, Zareen Gul turned to 65. It means that writer was 15 years away from Pakistan. When he left Zareen Gul, he was the man of 50. And when he came back, he was the man of 65. He was worn and torn like overused pair of shoes. He shook his bony hands, mean he was too weak with the writer. According to the writer, the grip of his hand was as tight as it was many years ago. At first, he did not recognize the writer, but when he got introduced his self, his eyes sparkled with smile. And he asked the writer that do he want any pair of shoe. Because he can match them, because he had plenty of free time. Then he looked at his branded shoes and said that those shoes were not his shoes. His tone was not of anger, sorrow, and not of contempt, but there was in something quiet that frozen the blood of the writer, because he put his hand down and pressed the finger on the place where his left shoes were not quite. It hurts you there, he said. And then he said some bitter things about big shoemaking companies. Zareen Gul said to the writer that these big shoemaking companies have no self respect. He spoke bitterly against the big multinational companies. According to Zareen Gul, these companies hired the craftsmen of shoemaking trade. These big firms use their hands, not their brain or experience. Then writer said that he asked Zareen Gul that why he did not join these big firms if his trade was not doing well. His reply was very crisp and blunt. He replied that he was an artist, not as a machine, who will blindly follow their irrational and stupid directions. He said that these big shoemaking companies, according to Zareen Gul, these big shoemaking companies get all of the work by advertisements, not by work, and they took it away from. And they took it away all of the work from little or junior craftsmen, and presently all these craftsmen have no work just because of these big shoemaking companies. While he was telling all these things, writer says that his face and voice made so deep impression that during the next few minutes he ordered many pears. He wanted to make him advance payment, but Zareen Gul refused. True, he was in need of money. He was badly needed money, but he did not take money and said to the writer that pay it when the shoe are ready to deliver. A week later, the writer came to where the shop of Zareen Gul had been. He was surprised to see that a monstrous sized black Peshawari chappal was no more hanging on the faint colored door of his shop. A big sized signboard displaying the name of a famous shoe brand was there. He went in the shop and said, Zareen Gul Kaka? No, sir, a smartly dressed young man replied. No, but we can attend to do anything with player. He asked from that man that where was Zareen Gul. That man told the writer that Zareen Gul had died. Ma'am, chupai. Zareen Gul had died because of slow starvation. Dear students, starvation is a condition where a person feel extreme hungry. When a person becomes hungry, when there is a level of extreme hunger, it means starvation. So, according to the that smartly dressed man, he told that he died just because of starvation, and he never gave him time to eat, never had a penny in his house. It means that he was living a miserable life. He was very much poor. All his money went in rent and leather. So at last, writer told us that when he was coming back With heavy heart, the words of Zareen Gul, fantastic shoemaker, was tinkling in the mind of the writer. And these word was, do the big shoemaking companies have no self-respect? The story ended with the death of Zareen Gul. It was a tragic story. We tell us that we have to buy, usually tell us the bitter truth of our society. Usually all of us want to buy the thing from branded companies. We want to buy, or we want to wear the branded shoe or branded clothes, just because we want to show others that we are wearing that branded cloth. But what is the